What's going on YouTube? Blaze Shadowthorn here, back again with another Wi-Fi battle for you guys. This one's gonna be against Tess, aka PtDuckie. Had it on stream a couple weeks ago, but anyways, it was a really great battle. Looking over at her team, definitely brought a couple threats in the form of Lucario and Victini, and a lot of bulky things too. I know Milotic. I'm not quite sure if she's running offensive or defensive Milotic, but still, Milotic's a bit of a problem. So is the Florges, Goodra, and Donphan. I assume she's gonna be running defensive. Physically defensive Milotic, just because Goodra and Florges are normally very specially defensive, and then, you know, it kind of makes sense that you bring like two specially defensive Pokemon, and then I guess like Victini's gonna be physical with V-Create, and Lucario is gonna be special with like Aura Sphere and Nasty Plot, something like that. And it was looking over at my team. I brought a Mew. I brought the defensive core of Tentacruel and Avalugg, both of which have Rapid Spin capability. I also brought my Mega Blastoise, which also has Rapid Spin capability. I do not like hazards. Normally I don't bring Rapid Spinners, so, you know, I decided to bring overkill and bring 3 Rapid Spinners. Have a Drapion and a Maractus, just because, you know, they're fun Pokemon to use. And they're pretty solid overall, so, you know, I'm lucky my team. But her team looks very, very threatening, so, you know, I gotta worry about that. Anyways, gonna lead off my Choice Band and Mew. Just because Mew has U-turn capability, also has Earthquake, you know, Zen Headbutt, whatever. Gonna lead off with Victini. As Victini's gonna go straight away for U-turn, so I know it's Scarfed. Because, you know, it outsped me. Or it could be, I suppose, Jolly. But I'm assuming at this point in time that it is going to be a Scarf. Florges, she's gonna switch out, she's gonna go out into her Florges. As I go straight away for the Earthquake, because I don't play around with threats. And it does nice damage. It does over half to this floor, just because I am a Choice Banded Mew. So gonna protect. I guess trying to get a bit more leftovers recovery going on. That's fine by me. I'm pretty sure she's gonna switch next turn. Switch out into what though? I don't know, because I really don't feel like she has any safe switches into Earthquake. Not from a Choice Banded Mew. She's gonna switch out. She's gonna go on to Emily, the Donphan. I was like, oh, alright, she has a Donphan. Well, that did no damage to the Donphan. That did, like, after leftovers recovery, that did like 15%, if that. So I'm gonna switch out. I know I can't touch it, so I'm gonna go out in my Tentacruel, and then I realize it has an Earthquake. What am I doing? What am I doing? So knock off instead, and I lose my recovery, which sucks because Tentacruel does not have a reliable form of recovery. I'm gonna go for Scald. I'm hoping I either knock it out or I get a burn. Don't knock it out, but I do get the burn. But Earthquake happens, and Tentacruel is not the bulkiest thing in the world. I am able to take it, but I'm brought down to a point where, you know, it really doesn't matter. Tentacruel is basically dead anyways, which sucks because now I lost a very good check to Lucario. Lucario, if it is indeed special. But she wants to save the Donphan for later. It goes down to Serenity, which is the Milotic, which is a pretty solid play. You know, I can't really touch this thing, and it can probably touch me. And it doesn't even have to. I mean, I'm at 25 HP. I'm basically like, any attack will kill me off. I go for knockoff right here just because I want to get rid of its item, as I do knock off its leftovers, which is pretty sweet. As she goes for Ice Beam, I guess predicting me to switch out into, I'm not really sure what. I guess Maractus, I guess, predicting me Maractus, which is a pretty solid play. But I'm able to live 2 Ice Beams on 1 HP, but I get frozen, which, it's kind of funny. I mean, overall, it really doesn't matter, because I'm just going to go for a Scald right here. And my Scald is able to unthaw me, and I get the burn, which makes up for the Ice Beam. As goes for one more Ice Beam, knocks me out. That's fine. Tentacruel, you did its job. You lived on 1 HP and got frozen. I mean, that's pretty pro. That's pretty pro in my opinion. But anyways, Serenity's getting hurt by the burn. I'm gonna go out now into my Shadowthorn. I know he probably has Scald, but I just gotta hope I don't get burned. Set up a Swords Dance. I gotta hope I don't get burned, because that's one of my only ways I can win this battle, is if I don't get burned. As goes for Recover. Goes for a Recover instead, so it doesn't get burned. So, you know, that's pretty solid. And the only problem though is it might be Marvel Scale, and with the burn it might have boosted defenses. So I'm gonna go for an X cross poison thing, and I'm judging by that damage. I do assume that it is going to be the Marvel Scale, and on top of that I get burned. So I'm like, damn it! Oh, the Shadow Thorn, you're useless now. You've been neutered. You may no longer have children. I'm sorry, that's a sort of inside joke, but it's true. He's burned. He's neutered. He can no longer have children. But anyways, recover happens. So I'm like, oh god, I can't kill this thing. My Milotic, it's too bulky. I just can't kill it. I mean, if I had toxic, that'd be one thing, because toxic damage, you know, over time would rack up more. But I burned it. It's only taking 12% every turn. You know, it can recover up. So I got to get up to +2. So I set up another Sword's Dance, and yeah, it does like no damage. And the Scald happens. I am able to live the Scald on 6 HP, but the burn's gonna kill me off, so it really doesn't matter in the long run. So Drapion goes down, did basically nothing, which is, it's sad, but it's the way it went. So I'm gonna go into my Maractus now, and I'm like, Maractus, listen up. You gotta come in clutch right here, man. You gotta listen up. You gotta go for like a Petal Blizzard and demolish everything. But it has the Goodra left. It has Goodra left, and on top of that, it's Sapsipper Goodra. So I'm pretty much fucked every single solitary way I can see. So I'm gonna set up spikes because I have no other play left. I'm just like, Maractus, goodbye Maractus. All of these Draco Meteors and Drake just dies. Maractus just dies. So yeah, I basically have no Pokemon left. I think I have like my Mega Blastoise and my Avalugg left. Gonna go on Avalugg. Pretty much is my only play. Gonna go for the Avalanche. As she's gonna switch out. She's gonna go on to her Serenity, her Milotic. Spikes really in the long run are not helping at all. It's just like the only thing I really could have done. So I did no damage, and it's brought down to a range of HP where like, come on, but no, it has I forgot it has recover. So I'm gonna play around that. I'm gonna predict the recover. I'm gonna go back out to my Mew. Okay, so I'm like thinking, alright. I have Mew, I have Mega Blastoise, I have Avalugg left. This is enough for a comeback. So, you know, recover happens. I'm gonna go for Zen Headbutt. I'm like, alright, if I get a flinch, I'm good. I get a flinch, and I'm like, alright, comeback's happening. So, you know, I'm thinking to go for another Zen Headbutt. I hit, which is very fortunate for me, and I'm able to knock out this Milotic. So I'm like, alright, things are looking up for me. I'm gonna make that comeback. So it sends out Anubis. I'm like, what is Anubis? Okay, it's Lucario. Alright. I break any potential sashes with this thing, but it turns out it has Shadow Ball. So I'm like, okay. Well, Mew died. What do I have to take hits now? Okay, I'm gonna go out to Blastoise. I'm like, alright, you know, hashtag the arms cannon. So, you know, it's gonna switch out. It's gonna go into Florges. So I'm like, alright, let's just click Mega Evolution. I'm gonna Mega Evolve into the Mega Blastoise. The big, shiny, I guess, purple Blastoise. I'm not quite sure what color that is. Like, I think it's purple, but anyways, whatever. I have a cannon now on my shell, so I go for Aura Sphere. I probably should have predicted the switch out in the Florges, but I didn't. Anyways, I went for Aura Sphere, so you know, it's fine. I think I have higher base speed than Florges does, so I'm able to go for a Water Pulse, and I do have a higher base speed, and I am able to outspeed this Florges, go for a Water Pulse, and I am able to knock out the Florges, so I'm like, alright, come back, it's happening, it's happening. So I'm gonna go on to Gumi. I'm like, oh, okay, this is where the comeback ends. This is where it ends. But it outspeeds me. It goes for Thunderbolt, and I'm like, all right, Blastoise, you're gonna live this. And I do live this. On 73 HP, I'm gonna go for the Dragon Pulse. I'm like, time for a crit. No crit. But anyways, I have to save Blastoise, because this Blastoise at this point in time is my only win condition. I'm gonna go on my Avalugg. I'm like, all right, Avalugg, how well can you take a Thunderbolt? That's the question. How well can you take it? And Avalugg's like, oh, I don't know. I can take it kind of decently with a little bit of HP. So it all comes down to min-max variations. Is it enough? Is this Thunderbolt enough to knock out me out? Is it? And he gets crit. And I die. So, you know, all hopes of making a comeback are now gone because I have Blastoise left. I might have my Mew left, but either or everything gets outsped by this, thing. This Goodra. Blastoise goes down, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, that's going to be like a 4-0 loss. It was highly embarrassing. Like, yeah, because the Victinis left. Yeah, it was a 4-0 loss. You know, that was that. So hopefully you enjoyed me getting completely destroyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment down below. And I will see y'all next battle. Bye.